Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're joined by Shimron Hetmyer and Omar Khan of the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Omar, you're the man to speak to about this. So where are we at in terms of player arrivals and in terms of training, etc.? How are we doing?
Well, so far we are very fortunate that we have had all our players arrived up to yesterday. We had 15 players, which is our full squad, a full complement of players that we are going to be utilizing for the CPL 2021 tournament. Unfortunately, Wakar Salam Klein, the young Afghanistan wrist spinner, left arm wrist spinner, was unable to make the trip because of, first of all, visa issues, and then, of course, obviously the situation in Afghanistan. So he's out of the tournament. So we are down to 15 players, and we have decided as a franchise that we will just remain with those 15 players due to the current situation with the pandemic and the challenges with getting players across the travel and all those things. So we think we have a good squad that we could manage throughout the tournament with those 15 players. Yesterday, we had Mohamed Hafiz, Sir Malik, and Imran Tahir arriving. So they are now here with us in St. Kitts. And that's in addition to Shimron, Nicholas Puran, and the rest of the Guyanese contingent. They are all here in St. Kitts. So we have 15 of the 16 players we are listed as our full squad here in St. Kitts.
And then there's also been some news as far as captaincy and coaching is concerned. Omar, do you want to run us through that?
Oh, we are happy to announce, very pleased to announce the appointment of Nicholas Puran as our captain, the Guyana Amazon Warriors captain for the CPL 2021 here in St. Kitts. We have been very, pleased and very good to see the progress that Nicholas has made throughout the years he has been with us here in Ghana. And of course, we all know he was captain of the West Indies T20 squad in the recently concluded series against Australia. And he has also been West Indies T20 vice captain over the last year or so. So I think it's a good progression in his career path, and we want to give him the full support. And I'm sure that all the players in the team and the management staff of the franchise will, be supporting him fully. With regards to coach, with regards to the appointment of a coach, we have not had the appointment of a head coach, but we have appointed Rion Griffith, who is the assistant coach with the West Indies cricket team, as our lead coach. And he will be supported by our strength and conditioning coach, Clinton Jeremiah, for this tournament in St. Kitts 2021.
Thank you, Omar. Right. Akeem, good to hear from you. You've got a couple of questions for both these guys.
I think someone asked, would have been before me. I saw this guy from Trinidad, so maybe he could go first and then me.
Very generous of you. Right. Do you want to go first, and then we'll have Akeem.
Thank you very much, Hakeem. That's very generous. Good afternoon. I think it's afternoon now. Good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon to Omar and to Hetty, I believe, is with us as well. Yeah. My questions. First of all, we're looking at last year's performance, and your top performers have remained with the team. We're talking about Hetty, talking about Nicholas, who are among the runs, and as well Imran Tahir. So in terms of those top performers, they're here. What can you say about those who have joined in this year and what they can bring? And my second question has to do with Nicholas and his captaincy role. What do you think, given his history so far as captain for other teams, what do you think he brings to the table that's perhaps a bit different to what Guyana has seen in the years gone by?
I will answer the first question, and probably Shimron will answer the second one on Nicholas Puran with regards to his captaincy. He has been Nicholas' teammate for quite a while now, and he has been with Nicholas over the last couple of series with the West Indies. With regards to the composition of our team and the addition of the players that we have had for this year, you mentioned, Nicholas and Shimron being our leading batters and Imran Tahir being our leading bowler. But we are very happy to have with us two experienced stalwarts of the game in Shah Malik. As you know, Shah Malik played with us in 2019. Unfortunately, last year he was unable to play with us because of the Pakistan tour of England. But he's back with us this year, and we all know Shah Malik. He's a stalwart of the game. He has that coolness and calmness, that the professionalism that he brings to the team, and he lends a lot of support to the younger players. He's a total team person, and with his, overall experience that he brings to the game, I'm sure he's going to add value to the team. In addition to that, we have Mohamed Hafiz, who, has been really lifted his game over the last year or so, not only in his batting, but he has bowled, on a number of occasions in the T20 format. And we see him again as bringing stability and bringing that added value to the team as an all-rounder. So with those two additions, we think we have quite a compact and well-balanced batting lineup. In addition to, of course, both Hafiz and Shah Malik can give us some overs of spin.
Hetty, do you want to talk about Nicholas as a teammate and a captain and what you think about his appointment?
Well, as a teammate, he's very good to be around, actually. Lends a lot of support and so on. And as a captain, he does the same as well. He's really someone that you could, it's always nice to have someone as a captain that you could go and speak to and just pass information and give some ideas to, and playing with him for over a few years now, well, being with him for a few years now in the same team and around him and so on, he's a really calm guy to go around and so on, and just basically give information to, and then he relays information to you quite well, as we all know, and we could see him, he's very vocal and stuff when he's behind the stump. So I think it's a great initiative for him to actually be cap when he was a captain in PSL, and he was for West Indies and now here too as well. So it will, as Omar said, it will only help him to be a better cricketer and so on, to show some leadership qualities and so on,
Now to the very generous Akeem Green. Akeem,
Hi,
what do you want to say?
2018, it was a terrific year for you in CPL, and then in early 2019 for the West Indies, you already had 100 against England. For you, as a batsman, a star batsman, do you really want to rediscover that form you had over the last 2 years and so, to really, I guess, get back to scoring hundreds, get back to being consistent? I guess over the last season or so, the numbers haven't come to your liking. How big is the CPL for you to rediscover that kind of form you had in previous years?
Well, CPL is always big for me because it's basically the tournament I look forward to, playing for Guyana and stuff like that. So it's form wise, I think I've been doing decent. And with 2018 and stuff, it was a very good year for me, and it was basically the first year that I played 10 games. So it's something that I'm really looking forward to, really bringing back that form. Yes, but that year I was really like finding myself in terms of being a part of a T20 team and being a critical part of a batting lineup and stuff like that. So now it's really for me to build on that, just to pick back some of the good performances that I would have had then and even lately with the West Indies team and stuff. And it's just basically for me, it's not really me trying to be or think too much about my personal gains in terms of making runs and stuff for the team. It's just for us to really win games, really. So whatever situation that I go in, and it's basically my plan or my job to go out and win games for my team.
Yeah, just one other quick question, Hetty. Look, people maybe underestimate the mental side of cricket, but I just want to know, how do you keep yourself zoned out from all the outside noise? Your name is always in the media for varying reasons, and that must be difficult as time as a cricketer. I just want to know how do you keep zoned in on what you need to do as a cricketer, and not be worried a lot about the noise about fitness, performances, and all these different things that would usually be there in the public domain.
Well, I try to stay off of social media as much as possible with the help of my wife here as well, because she's always someone that supports me even when I'm not making runs. And that's really something that you want as a cricketer, as a sports person, to just have that support and have people supporting you that would really know what's best for you. And I think she really helps me in staying off of social media as much as possible and just focusing on the positive and not the negatives. And that really helps too with her being in the bubble and stuff, because bubble life is it's mentally frustrating. So as I said, it's kudos, and I give thanks to her for always being there and supporting me.
And this, Omar, one question. Now Smith has to be arguably your fastest bowler in your squad. Warner Parker is known to be very generous to the faster men. How key a player he is, especially early parts of the tournament when he pitches are going to be very conducive for good fast bowling.
Very important. He's an integral part of our squad this year. We wanted to pick, the young talent from Guyana. He has demonstrated over the last couple of years representing Guyana in the regional tournaments that he has, the pace and he could develop into a quality quick bowler. And, we have been working with him closely, not only on the bowling aspect, but his fitness and ensuring that he's fully fit and ready to go on the park for us. So we see him as a great asset to the team. And, I'm sure that, he will be part of the setup at some point in time. As you said, we need to, of course, evaluate and, see the conditions before we make those decisions with regards to the starting 11 for each game.
Thanks, Omar and Akeem. Brandon, you had a question?
Yeah, Shimron, the Guyana Amazon Warriors are deemed bridesmaid of the CPL. What's your message to the fans this season?
My message is basically the same one that I give every year. Just support your team, basically. Rep your flag, rep your team. Because it's not easy going to so many finals. That's one thing. One thing I could say and put up my hand for is that we're a pretty successful squad and a pretty successful team. It's just that we haven't crossed the line in terms of winning the finals, but we are a very successful team, and it's just for us to cross that line when the time comes. And we are a growing team as well, so it's a lot of young guys in the team. And if you would check in T20 cricket all around the world, it's the team that sticks together for the longest in terms of their core players being together the longest. Even if they would have lost year after year, they do eventually get better and learn more about winning. So it's just for us to get to that stage and cross the line.
Yeah, and one more question. You're being tasked with a new role with the West Indies team, being the anchor man, so to speak. What sort of role are you expecting to play for the Amazon Warriors this season?
Really and truly, it's just playing the situation as it is. In the West Indies team, it was so easy to play that role because of the fact that there were so many power hitters in the team. And for me here, it's just to play my way, basically, and to play whatever way the team deems me to play, because I am a team man, so I do play according to the situation and according to what the team needs at the specific time. If they need someone to just anchor the innings, I'll do that. If they need an aggressor, I'll do that as well. So it's just however the team needs me, I can be flexible in that way.
All the best, man. Thanks.
Yeah, cheers.
Joel, I see your question. I'll come back to you on that one. I want to keep this press conference cricket focused. So we'll move on to Visham. Traditionally, Guyana's been based in somewhere where it's quite spin-friendly conditions, and the expectation, of course, here is that the pitches will be worn as it goes on. Do you think that's going to be something that's going to come to your advantage with the spin bowling that you have in your squad?
That's for me to answer.
Yeah, go for it, Hetty. Why not?
I honestly don't think Warner Park is one of the fastest wickets we have in the Caribbean, because, to be quite frank, we don't really have any fast wickets in the Caribbean when I think about it. But I think, as you said, going to the latter half of this tournament, the wickets will spin regardless of how they're prepared or what's not. They will spin, and our spinners will play a key part in us taking. Well, the spinners on the whole will play a key part in whichever team that comes on top on that specific day or at the end of the tournament. It was basically the same thing in Trinidad last year. So it's really it's just for us to go wicket to wicket, and I do think we will come to the party coming down to the latter half.
Romario asks, what's the difference this year that you think will bring the title to Guyana? It's a big one.
I think it's everyone knowing their roles, really, because it was a big thing that we had as players in the West Indies team, of players really knowing their specific roles, and then not just knowing, going out and showcasing it and we had different players putting their hands up in different occasions. So it's really for us as a team, not just batsmen or the bowlers, the team on the whole, to put our hands up in a specific area or a specific part of the game, even if it's in the field, making a diving stop, supporting whatever it is. It's really for us to stick together as one and go towards the same goal as well.
Rai, you had one more question?
Hey, yeah, I do. This one, it could either be Hetty or Omar can answer. You all could choose. My question is just in terms of the opening game of the tournament. I would like your thoughts from two perspectives. One being, the TNT Guyana rivalry that's been going on for a long time, mostly healthy, and also from the point of view of it being the first game of the tournament, and the limited amount of preparation that could be had because of bubble life and all the travel restrictions and all of that.
Well, I mean, the rivalry, as I said, between Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana has always been there, in the CPL and in all regional tournaments, for example. So, we look forward to that open game. It's going to be exciting. It's a good game to start the tournament. And I think CPL has always identified, the two teams, TKR and Ghana Amazon Warriors, are the two more exciting teams. Not that the other teams are not exciting, but in terms of crowd support and the kind of fan base we have, it's always good to start up with that sort of high-profile fixture to start the tournament. So it's a good start. We look forward to it. Of course, there are a lot of chats going around, a lot of talk going around between the both teams. But, with Puran being captain and he's a Trinidadian, of course, it's going to be added excitement and added, involvement of the players. But be that as it may, we look forward to it. And of course, we are always confident as a team, as Hetty said, each player knowing their roles and responsibilities. And once we can execute properly, I see no reason why we can't come out on top in that first game. And secondly, the other question about, we have 2 practice sessions before the first game. We had one already on Saturday. We have another one tomorrow. And we just got to make use of the practice sessions. The weather here in St. Kitts has been good to us so far. Thank God for that. We have had good weather, good sunshine and good breezy conditions. So we are hoping that it maintains. And we just utilize the sessions that we have to put in as much work as we can with the team. And, all the guys have been playing cricket actually, the West Indies players have just come through the T20 series. The players who arrived yesterday, Mantahi played in the hundreds in England. Malik and Hafiz played in the Kashmir Premier League. That's a couple of days back. So all the guys have been active. It's not that they haven't been active. And the local Guyanese guys, we had a 1-week camp in Ghana prior to coming to St. Kitts, and they did put in some work. So we feel that, as you said, we just got to live with the situation. There's nothing we can do about the bubble life and the restrictions and the limited practice sessions. We are professional cricketers, and I'm sure all our cricketers will appreciate that it has got to be mentally and ready for the game when it gets started on Thursday.
Yep, thanks, Omar, and all the best.
So we've got 2 more questions and then we'll call it a day. So Romario asks, Hetty, with it being a condensed season this time, do you see that having an impact on having a relatively small squad in terms of bench strength, overseas contingent, player rotation, injuries, that kind of thing?
To an extent, I think so. Because of how the tournament is, and we know that it's pretty short this year than the past years. It's just for us to, if we do have to make changes, it will basically be player for player really, because it's although we don't have the biggest of squads, yes, but we have players that could fit into specific roles in terms of if there's a batsman it's going to be a batsman on the bench, bowler. So I think that would really help us, and for everyone to have their minds wrapped around the fact that we're all here for one goal and for one purpose. Even if you're not playing, just make sure that you're ready to play at any time because of how short and how fast the game up to 20 goes as well.
Thank you. And then Brandon, last question from you, please.
Yeah, this one's Mr. Khan. Mr. Khan, a lot of Guyanese are asking, what's the reason why the Facebook page hasn't been producing content. What's the reason for that?
That's a question I think you need to direct to the franchise owner and management. It's something that we have been working on. We had some issues with finding the initial Facebook page creator, the guy who created it, and trying to get it, whatever you need to get from them. But it's something we are working on, and we hope to get it, right before the tournament starts.
Okay, and is there anyone there like taking out photos or giving updates while these players are training?
Yes, we have someone doing that. CPL is doing that together with, we have someone in our staff that is taking out photos, and we are actually sending it out to the Guyana media. If you could send your information to me, I will get it to you. So just WhatsApp me or get it email to me and I will send it to you.
Okay, I'm not sure that person is sending it to the Guyana media because the Guyana Amazon Warriors media group, we don't have anything there.
I think the best thing to do, Brandon, is let's take this offline. It's a chat we can talk about outside of a press conference, to be honest. So, yeah, we'll leave it with me. I'll chat with Omar, and between us, we'll get that sorted.
Thank you.
All right, cheers. So thank you, everybody. It's much appreciated for your time. Next one of these is for the Barbados Royals at 2:30. I hope to see lots of you there then. Take care, guys.
Cheers.